tree frog. I always wanted to find these.
On this expedition, I'll be looking for the insect dragons and the life that surrounds them, starting from the very beginning. A dragonfly's life always starts in the water, usually in lakes, ponds, and in this case, a river. A dragonfly is always going to spend most of its life near water. This is because it's part of its life stages due to mating, feeding, and hydration. And in this case, it's a river, but they're also in ponds and also lakes. And this place was not an exception either.
Just found another one. That looks... Oh! It's molting out of its nymph. Yeah, okay, so... That's cool. Alright, so what's happening here is that dragonflies actually come from nymphs. They actually have a nymph stage, so they do a complete metamorphosis, where they go from a nymph to an adult after hatching out of an egg. You can see his thorax and his wings coming right out. It's letting gravity do all the work. Now, I've seen husks of the nymph. I've never seen it actually midway through the transformation. That's amazing. And the thing is too is when the nymphs are still alive. Well, not alive, of course. Of course, the adult's still the nymph. It's just the adult phase. But what happens is that they're still predators. So, trying to get comfortable here. But with that being said, they'll actually feed on mosquito nymphs. So their entire lives, they're always feeding on mosquitoes. Whether it's the nymphs or the adults, they're always feeding on them, and that's amazing. These guys are specialized mosquito hunters. That's why I love them. Yeah, that's cool, though. I still don't know what species this is, but this is amazing to see. I've always liked insects, especially dragonflies. They're probably my favorites. This is cool, though. You could sit here for hours watching that, but that's going to take forever. Speaking of, what's under this rock? No one. Damn it.
Now, to be fair, that nymph find was pretty cool. But this dragonfly was pretty awesome too. And I did try to get it on film.
Whoa. Look at the dragonfly, dude. I don't know what species that is, and that is sick. Looks like a Kawasaki Ninja. It's kind of dope, actually. That is perfect. That is perfect. That's perfect.
Sayonara, boy!
Oh, I think it just flew off. Yep, it did.
And with that, let's go meet the knights that hunt the dragons. Let's start off with one of my favorite finds, and one of the only 2 tree frogs in the state of Maine.
Look at that. The common gray tree frogs. I've always wanted to find these. This is one of Eastern America's tree frogs. These are awesome. I've never seen one before. Let's go. I found one finally. After like a few years of searching. Dude, I love tree frogs. I really do. Tree frogs are one of my favorite animals. Alright, let me grab them actually. I got him. There we go. Look at that. Now, they got strong legs, but they're not as strong as bullfrogs. Look at that. Now you can see, if you look at their feet, they got pads on their toes. And that's used for climbing because they don't got claws, but they do got those pads. And they got somewhat of a way to suction onto the tree bark. Yeah, look at that color. They're one of the prettiest frogs too. They got that striping look to them. And I love these frogs, I really do. Now, whoa. Where'd he go? Right there. He's trying to get away from me.
Now, these guys are better camouflaged in more swampy environments. Now, I'm gonna play a call for you because these frogs can sound very similar to another tree frog. Cope's tree frog, and they look very similar. But the main difference is that their skin is much more warty, but it's really hard to tell. But, hold on. There we go. And they got excellent night vision. Hold on, there we go. And they got excellent night vision. Now you can see his eyes, his pupils. Oh. The pupils are very, very, very wide. Actually, I should just get a headlamp. You're tiny. Now, of course, you can see his pupils are very wide, and that's because they're a nocturnal species. These guys have excellent camouflage, but literally, I just happened to see it on the side of this tree. Okay. Now, common predator for these would actually be something like a smooth green snake, garter snakes, coyotes, bobcats, and all the other goodies. Oh, off. Go that way. Oh, well, now he's my friend. Don't you jump on my hat. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Look at that shot. Alright, well, now I gotta name you. You're not Kermit, because you can't swim. Well, you can, but you're not an aquatic species. Come on. Don't you dare. Don't you jump on to my hat. I see you eyeing that. Little bastard. Hey. You know what? Names. See, look at that. That's what they're best at doing. They jump, and then they'll stick. Alright, you're my friend now. You're staying with me. Don't you dare. Don't. It's gonna jump on my face. Come on, do it. Either that, he's gonna go back on this tree. Go the other way. Oh! Go the other way? Yep, go up the tree. Go up the tree. Go up the tree. Nope. Not. That's the side of the tree. There you go. He'll get up there.
This is probably the most cuddliest animal we're going to see on this expedition. But now, it's time to prepare ourselves for the more freakier side of nature.
Now, normally, if you're rock climbing in places like the South or Arizona or whatnot, you should always look over the rock cliffs because you don't want to run into something that could be dangerous like this. Sure, this is not a medically significant spider, but this is definitely a freaky deaky, I should say. This is a hammock spider, and this is actually big. Now, that's my hand, that's the spider. And literally the web itself is big. Now, the reason why they usually call these hammock spiders is usually because of the fact that most of the time their webs are more of a hammock-like style with the post up against the branches. And looks like a male right there, but this is a big female right here. She's massive. She's not really the biggest spider I've seen, but she's definitely big. Now, what's interesting though about these spiders is that they'll actually put dead leaves or even live ones on their webs. Now, if you actually look down here, boom, somewhere to hide. Now, the reason why they do that is because when they have to retreat, they'll always go to there to hide. And that's actually a unique adaptation that they have learned to basically construct a way to hide. And that actually just shows you more the intelligence factor of these animals. Now, again, like traditional spiders, when they attack, something like a wet fly flies right in. It's stuck. The spider's on the corner. And she will feel the web shaking from the hairs on her legs. Because of the fact that they don't have fingertips like we do. They'll sit on the side, feel something stuck in its web, and then, boom, they'll go out, bite, inject the venom into its prey, and then once it starts to die, they'll actually eat it alive. What they'll do is, once they're biting down, they'll actually suck up the juices inside the animal. Now, take that concept and put yourself in that position. A small, tiny human being stuck in there. Only for that to come, kill you, and not only that, but while you might be still alive, you're getting everything inside your eating out. Well, now that I just gave you nightmares, let's go find something else.
Speaking of which, it is time for bed.
No, it's in a package. It's... Works great.
Another thing that dragonflies are very beneficial for is that they're pollinators. Just like this here.
Oh, look at this. It's a water caterpillar. It's been so long since I've seen these. Not really. I think the last time I seen one was not even. I think it was like 8 years ago. I was like 10 when I first saw this. And of course, this will turn into a monarch butterfly.
And now it is time to meet the apex predator of this entire micro ecosystem. It is a chicken. No, I'm just kidding. It's actually this.
Look at that. I just found myself a praying mantis. That's cool.
Look at that. Praying mantis. I love these guys. Look at that. The greatest predator in all of the insect world. Praying mantis. Beautiful one too. Look how green she is. This is a female. Yeah, this is a female praying mantis, and they got excellent vision. And look at those forward hands right there. Those act like blades. These guys love this tall grass environment. I've never seen one in this area, but I know they were here. I've seen them a long time ago when I was a kid when I used to come to the school that's behind here. Okay, now, praying mantis. Now, oh, I'm gonna drop you. Now, those forward ends, they act like knives. Not knives, they're more like pincers, really. They'll grab their victim and rip them apart. And then they'll eat them alive as they're ripping them apart. That's brutal. And they eat everything in these woods. In this field, they'll eat. Oop, she's cleaning. Yeah, no, they'll eat snakes, they'll eat little snakes, frogs, salamanders, spiders. They eat everything that they can kill. These guys are excellent hunters. And again, those eyes are just magnificent. Perfect for hunting their prey. And of course they can fly. They got wings in their back. Nice, beautiful praying mantis. I seen one a long, long time ago as a little small male. Look at you. I'm gonna get some photos of her, so then I'm gonna head on my way. And that concludes this expedition. Now, as you can see, I don't have a beard anymore. Yeah, and it's kind of not winter, maybe at the time of filming this. As in, March 8th, so yeah, it's still winter, and there's still snow outside. So, the insect world is quite fascinating. It is essentially its own ecosystem by itself. The fact that there are micro ecosystems all around us, just surrounding smaller animals like frogs, insects, arachnids, all that. Even these guys. But the fact that there's just those little things all around us, even in my backyard, there's ants, wasps, spiders, like there's all kinds of things that surround my house and is in my house. Anyways, that's going to be the end of it. Hope you all have a wicked good one, and I'll see you on the next one. Say bye.